Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking all about my family command center, which is how I keep my family organized and informed. I did do a separate video before on this with my family planners where I showed this, which has been working out beautifully. This is just a huge desk pad, desk blotter that's 2 feet, like by 2.5 feet approximately, if you didn't see my other video. And briefly, I just separate the days by thin washi. I have all of mine right here on a ring. I like the distinction of that. I also track the weather, and then I use very large, dimensional, sometimes unattractive stickers that I'm just trying to use up. And then I track events, the normal things that everybody tracks, just with dimensional stickers here. Again, I'm just trying to use those up as well. And then I mark off each day with some kind of decorative sticker. This month happens to be Advent Christmas countdown stickers. And I think everything else is pretty self-explanatory there. I do have some stickers, some tickets up there in the corner for an event that's happening later in the month. And that's just the way I keep track of those kinds of things because they have a tendency to get lost. And then also, if this is a wedding invitation, of course I turn it over for privacy. But if we have a graduation announcement, anything like that for an event, I will keep all the details up there on the magnetic clips. That's how I just keep that kind of stuff organized. The only thing I didn't show you last time was the way I keep my coupons and circulars organized, and that's just right like here. I did trying to keep it on this one, and it just would always inevitably fall down and get in the way of the calendar. So I just have a separate magnetic clip for those. For the most part, I don't use a lot of coupons. I don't really do a lot of shopping, but I do keep these like this because if I do decide I need something, I want to make sure that I have a coupon for it. Not all of these stores have a mobile app, and so that's why I keep these. And like I said, I usually just end up putting them in the recycle bin. Now what I told you I was going to use was my post-it wall calendar here. And as you can see, I was playing around with it and trying to make it work. It is a mess, and they're not even in the right order because I was trying to make this work. And the more I tried, the more frustrated I got with it. And ultimately, it's because it's not set up to be this way. It's not set up to be a monthly calendar. It only has 4 lines right here, and every month, and even February, really needs at least 5, sometimes even 6, depending on when the first day of the month starts. So I had to give up the dream of using this and not spending any money. So that meant I was back at square one, and I just went with what was working. So I ended up getting just another one of these big desk blotters. Now I didn't spend any money on this, in case you're wondering, because that was my goal, is not to spend money. I ended up having some Amazon points and gift cards. This ended up being like $6 on Amazon. I have since seen it cheaper at Walmart. I think at the Mead brand is only like $3.50 or $4. So if you like this kind of idea, that's definitely the route that I would go. But I ended up, like I said, not spending any money on this. And I wanted to show you how it starts off looking. So this is the At a Glance brand. I do like this better than my previous one, which is the Cambridge, because I don't know if you can see it, and this is too big for me to show you, but up at the top it is perforated up there in the corner. And so you just tear off the sheets, where my Cambridge one, it was just kind of, it did have a larger top up here, but they were just kind of stuck up here. And so if I didn't have my magnetic clips in there, they would actually, the sheets would fall out. So I do like this particular one better just because it seems a little bit more sturdy. I do like the Cambridge one better. The font is, let me pull that back out again. The font I like for the monthly, it's bold and larger, and then the month is the same size but not bold. I do like that. So that's one of the, the advantages and disadvantages of each one of these, but that's how it is. So I, as you can see, have decorated this. I wanted to give you a sneak peek. So what I have done, here's the blank calendar, and then I have used, let me pull it out, these adhesive cardstock sticker sheet things. It's My Paper Studio brand. It's called Adhesive Simplicity. These are, they're $5.99 regular price, but they always go on sale 50% off at least once a month. So I do like these. I probably wouldn't buy them again just because they are cardstock, but that kind of thing does work out well with the calendar like this. And they're very easy to peel. So it's 60 sheets, 20 designs, and there are 3 3 sheets of each design. I ended up using all 3 sheets for each one of the months. So just in case you're interested in that, and there you can see all the varieties along here. I kind of just picked a color or a theme for each month and then just went with that. And then I again kept with the washi tape. So I don't know if you can tell, I have these all on the 2-inch book rings, and I have them separated kind of just by color categories. So blues and greens, this is like yellow, pinks, reds, oranges, yellows, and then these are like purples, browns, and grays. I use so many of these, I actually think I'm going to be able to consolidate from these 3 rings down to 2. I am really excited about that. If you guys have ever used up washi or you're trying to use up supplies, that's an exciting day for me. But it's probably, I'm going to say my average is about 6 millimeters for what I use here. And then it's the same, I'm going to do the same exact thing but with some improvements. And I'm going to credit Nicole at Help Mama Remote on this one because she does a great job with hers, and I'm actually going to try and link her most current one below. So what she does is put scrapbook paper on hers, which that's what I did with this right here. And it was just super easy because it's already got the adhesive on the back. And I feel like it just gives a more unified, streamlined calendar look. I just like it a lot better. I'm still using stickers, as you can see, of course, since it's January. I went with like a Frozen and a snowman theme. And then also what Nicole does is she has a scripture for the month, which I really liked. And I showed you all of my spiritual stickers that I have with my Bible study setup video. But surprisingly, I didn't have any scripture stickers. And so I ended up buying these. Again, this is My Paper Studio brand. And also the stickers go on sale regularly, 50% off. So I just bought this one. These have colors, and then these are just, they're clear and black, which is another thing I really like about these stickers, because even though for the most part I don't care so much about these calendars like I do a personal planner, I could still use these in a personal planner, which I love because they don't bulk it up. But I just picked out the scripture. This is 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has come, the old has gone, the new has come. So I just thought that was really appropriate for January. And so I just have those. I was thinking about setting up all the stickers all at once, but I think I'm just going to do this on a month-by-month basis because, as you know, things just kind of change sometimes and you need a different type of inspiration. And then also I do love quotes and inspirational phrases, and so again, the same thing, I didn't have any stickers. So these, I bought these at the same time. So these are gold, clear and gold and black, which I love, and then these are just the same, kind of like the other ones, just black. So the one I picked out for January is Heal the Past, Live the Present, and Dream the Future, which is very appropriate for a family, which I won't get into, but that's just really inspirational for us. And then I changed up things a little bit with the way I do my calendar. I'm going to do the same thing, you know, tracking the weather, counting off the days and things like that. This one right here are these stickers, which no, I am not announcing anything. That would be awful. But these are the baby stickers, and my daughter is going to be moving back in with us, and for some reason I love countdown types of things, so I thought these would be perfect for it. So these are really cute, and they only ended up costing me $1, and they have 2 sheets of stickers on them. So I'll use one of these in our family weekly calendar as well as the monthly calendar. And then for the dimensional stickers, I'm going to stick with these Sticko ones. I'm going to end up having some kind of a color coding system, I think, which Nicole does, and a lot of other people. But I did like that with the dimensional stickers I was using before. There just wasn't a lot of, you know, things just didn't jump out. They all kind of look the same. So I think what I'm going to do, the blue over here, which I have a few things that I think are going to happen, those are going to be family things, is blue. And then the yellowish one right here is a birthday. And then I'm going to do pink for me and green for any of my boys. They don't really look at this or actually even care about the color coding, so that's anything that they have. I'm just going to do green for both of them. And let me see what else I can show you. I wanted to give you a brief. So what I first did, which I haven't finished September because I can't decide which color I want, but that's how they look. These are 2 inches, that adhesive cardstock. So I just put these on, covering up the very bottom with the months right here. I never ever look at those, and I don't even think it looks that attractive. So I just covered those up. December, I just left these off and I restrained myself, but this is how it looks, and I'm just going to use these for December, which I think will look really pretty. So it'll end up looking like that on the bottom. So I'll just use, you know, red or green washi with that. And so let me give you a sneak peek of all the months here. November is very brown. So autumn is my favorite season, so I have lots and lots of decorative stickers. Those are probably the most that I have. So November is very brown. October is very black. And then September, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with, but I think with all of my stickers, I'm going to be able to add a lot of color with that. And then if you notice the sticky note down here, that is for tracking my husband's travel schedule, because I've mentioned before that he travels a lot, and a lot of his trips, he either needs to add trips or they get changed or canceled or something. So that's just a way to keep track of that. Let me show you. There's August. Now August is yellow, but I did want to put some green in there. And this is July. Got a little bit crazy here. The red horizontal and the blue vertical. That's because actually I didn't have enough of any one of those. And then June, there's a lot of pink going on. For some reason I had a lot of pink skinny washi. May, look at the purple down there. If you notice, I had two different colors of purple because I ran out and there's no way I was going to start over just having that little section left. Here's April, March, and then February. So if you've noticed, I do keep track of the supplies I want to use over here in the corner. That's just to organize my brain and to make sure that I'm using up certain things. So for January, I'm going to end up using what I decided is our snowman, and I'm going to show you all of my entire collection of winter stickers right here. So of course there's a theme going on. I've got Frozen, I have snowmen right there. These are the cutest snowmen I have ever seen in my entire life. I actually want another pack of those. And these I didn't buy for decoration. I actually bought these to track weather. So I'll just use those up. And I think that's about it. Let me just look over really quickly. But it ends up being very colorful and decorated. But hopefully my goal this year is to be just a little bit more organized and have it be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So that is my family monthly calendar. Now, I didn't want my Post-it calendar to go to waste. And so what I have been doing, and it's been working out really great, is I've been using it as a chore chart, which I'm sure is why this originally was designed and what its purpose really is for. So you can do this different ways. You can do it by person, which is what I did, or you can do it by different category of your life, but I did it by the people that are currently living in our home, because that does fluctuate from time to time. And then the bottom, I just had general family things. That's just some tasks or events that we have going on. If they don't happen, which you can see we didn't finish our Christmas shopping last week. This is last week's. The world's not going to fall apart. It's just some stuff to, like I said, to keep us organized. And so I'm going to be honest here, because I can't be the only person or the only family that struggles with chores. My boys were less than enthused, let's just say that, when I first started this. And so I thought what I was going to have to do is just to ask them to kindly do the dishes, or could you please sweep the floor today? But after their, little grumblings at the very beginning, they've taken this and they've run with it. And so instead of me having to ask them, they actually go and look. They don't even ask me anymore what their job is for the day. So I don't know. We've tried so many different chore charts in our lives, and they've all failed and failed miserably. For some reason, this is the one that has stuck, and it's really, really working. So as you can see, I just assign, in general, one for each day per person, except for me. I get more because my boys are very, very busy. They've got work and school. So the lines that are crossed out are when they have something at night. Obviously, if they're not home, I can't really assign them to do something. And they've done great. As you can see, they've done better than I have. I have a terrible, terrible week last week. The pink right here, if you're familiar with the Fly Lady system, this is her habit of the month, which is pampering. And the purple right here, since that's her color, I have, if you're familiar with her system or her website, if you go on Sundays, and I'm actually going to link this below because her website for me is very hard to navigate sometimes, but she has tasks for each day of the week, not the weekends, but just the weekdays. They are for about 15 minutes on average, and I put them on Post-its just because her description of it is like a paragraph. So this is like squeezing it down into a nutshell. And that's why I wanted also for them to stand out a little bit. So that's what that is. I also tracked a little bit on how long things were taking, because sometimes we over or underestimate how long things take. For instance, I love doing the dishes. I hate putting them away. And the same thing with the laundry. I have no problem doing my laundry. I hate folding them and putting them away. So if I know something only takes me literally 5 minutes, I can make myself do that. So I think that's all about this one. So here's this week. Again, just crossing some things out. My husband is busy nights, and same thing with the Fly Lady. And then I changed things up just a little bit, and I'm going to be tweaking it from week to week. But I'm trying to use up stickers, so that's what those are. I do, as you can see, have this color-coded by person. You don't have to do that, but I have the colors, and I may as well. And then I also used a transparent, they're arrow sticky notes, but if you turn them on their side like that, they look like houses to me. So that's what I am using. And I think because these are on sticky notes, these two, I don't think I need to necessarily rewrite them every single week. I think I'm just going to transfer those over. So I've kind of set this up a little bit, just, you know, using some different stickers here, but it's worked out really great. I don't use the full stick adhesives that they come with. I do use those for other things, but I'm just completely fine with writing them. And I'm going to show you this. I've shown it before. This is my basket that I use with all of my different supplies. So I have like travel washi, car and airplane for my monthly calendar, some weather washi, clouds and rain. I've still got some stickers that are sun and partly cloudy days, which I use rainbows for. And then just some basic seasonal stickers. For right now, I have these, which are Advent countdown stickers that I've been using. And then for January, I'm going to end up using the snowman. So I definitely want to use up this one. Those will be my countdown stickers. So anyway, I usually keep those in there. And I think that's about it on this one. I wanted to show you, because this one is not available anymore. With the rainbow colors and each day is a different color. This is an old model of the Post-it calendar. In my unscientific study, I think that they probably change them out about every 6 months or so. So I've seen them in like fluorescent green, you know, sometimes some of their fluorescent colors that they have. The most current one is this one, which I wanted to show you exactly what it looks like. So it's a chalkboard. It's super cute, I think. And they do change out their Post-its on the side as well. So as you can see, it's a weekly planner is what it's designed for. It only has 26 sheets. So if you like this kind of system, you do end up having to buy 2 of these. I think they're regularly priced $10.99 at Target is where I've gotten mine. I did end up getting this one on clearance for like $6 or $7 or something like that. So they do, when the new one's going to come out, they'll put the other ones on clearance. But I like this. I do really like it. Like I said, it's been working really well. In evaluating my needs for my family, the reason I bought this is because I thought I'd be using this every single week of the entire year, because it's been working out so well. But my son's moving out sometime next year, and then I've got my daughter moving back in sometime next year. So I really don't think I'm going to end up needing this one. I think I'm going to be able to take this one back. So just trying to be frugal here. I think what will happen is, and I've shown this in my Girl of All Work video, my favorites, I think when that happens, I'm just going to use this for both my husband and I, because he has asked me to tell him or write some things down for him to help out of the house, because he's a guy. He doesn't notice those kinds of things. So I think I'll just keep running lists right here when that happens, when we don't have people living with us. But same thing, I just have these are magnetic bulldog clips that I have. This is hanging exactly on my magnetic board, and then I've got my monthly wall calendar hanging on the board, but hanging down from it. I am sorry I don't have a camera that I can walk around and show you, but hopefully you can get the idea on how that's set up. And then again, this just sits right below it. The only thing I've changed out of here is that I do use the full-size Sharpies now. I did have those mini ones on a ring, but I only want to keep in here exactly what I'm using. And so these are the color coding for the Chore Chart, and then for my family wall calendar, I just use one color. it's going to be green, or I'm using green right now for December, and then in January it's going to be a light blue. But anyway, I hope that has been helpful for you, and yeah, it's been working, and I'm going to continue, just like I said, hopefully just to improve and to tweak a few things. But thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.